Tapi ramai yang berfikir macam mana kita nak memulakan perniagaan. Where do I start? And there's been saying, a goal without a plan is just a wish. And there is another saying, mengatakan, fail to plan is planning to fail. Right? Tetapi ada juga yang memberi alasan mengatakan bahawa in order to plan a business, kita kena start with a business plan. And business plan is very, very taxing and very, very difficult for one to actually plan it. It may be called as a mini thesis sometimes. Yang kena buat 50 pages and so on. It's very taxing and it takes a lot of time, sometimes months. So that is why we would like to dive deeper into business model canvas, whereby you are able to plan your business in only 20 minutes. Okay, that's the power of business model canvas. And when we talk about business model canvas, we should actually understand what is a business model. Okay, so business model is a model of your business whereby you are able to understand what do you actually selling to your customer, who will be your customer, and why will a customer would purchase your product and create a profitable business for you, and how your value proposition is be created to be offered to the customers. These are the whole business model that one should clearly understand before starting the business. And can I have a brief understanding? Peserta semua boleh tak just comment at the comment section in regards of your, rate yourself in regards of your understanding of business model canvas daripada 1 sampai 10. 1 paling low, 10 paling tinggi. Alright. Kebanyakannya, spesifiknya 6.9. Macam mana? Okay. I was being told that most of the participants are the ones yang ambil FYP. And supposedly you are supposed to understand in regards of business model canvas as well as the lean model canvas, kan? Okay, for your understanding that the pioneer of the canvas that we are talking, those 2 canvas we are talking about, the pioneer will be the business model canvas. Lepas tu daripada this business model canvas, barulah another person adopt this business model canvas and come up with the lean canvas. Okay, the difference between these 2 canvas is that the business model canvas assists you in for you to actually commercialize your idea. Okay, you dah ada idea, and then how you're supposed to create a business out of your idea. Tapi the lean canvas will be, you tak ada idea. You belum ada idea lagi. So, it is being used to understand a certain problem, a certain needs, and how you're supposed to come up with a solution. Itu baru idea. So, as I've been told, most of you, I think all of you already have your idea. So that is why I suggested that we focus on business model canvas, whereby this business model canvas is just a piece of paper that breaks down into 9 easily understood segments. Isi je these 9 segments, then you will totally understand the whole business model. And this particular business model canvas is not only being used by startups, but it is also being used by Fortune 500 companies. Banyak companies yang besar-besar dekat luar sana actually use business model canvas. Contohnya macam Nestle, they are worldwide punya company kan, they are using business model canvas. And why the business model canvas is very, very powerful? Due to the fact that they are using a very lean entrepreneurship approach, whereby it's just a piece of paper, and as I mentioned earlier, you are able to fill up in just 20 minutes. Okay, and because it is very lean, jadi as time goes by, you are able to improvise and edit your business model. Whereby kalau you nak buat the business plan, it's very, very difficult for you to actually edit it. Okay, so this is the building blocks of BMC. And you all rasa-rasa where should we start? Building block mana yang kita patut mula? Any idea? Kalau tak nak jawab melalui suara, boleh dekat komen. Where should we start? Who do you have? Okay. Others? Value proposition. Macam tahu je semua ni. Okay. In regards of where among these 9 segments, where do we start first? Okay, there is arguments in regards of this. Okay, ada one school of thought saying that we should start with the customer segment. Who do you have kan? Siapa kita punya customers? So we should start there. However, there is another school of thought saying that we should start with the value proposition first. Kita kena understand apa yang kita nak jual dulu, and what would be the values that can be offered to the customers. Kena tahu apa nak dijual dulu, barulah faham apa siapa customernya. And there is third school of thought trying to resolve the argument, saying that we should start with customer segments and value proposition concurrently, serentak. But personally, for me, my answer will be it depends. It depends on the situation. There is 2 types of business when we're talking about coming up with ideas and so on. There are 2 types. Satu adalah the opportunity, kita panggil pull factor, whereby the opportunity consists of a situation whereby the market segmentation, the population, customer segments and so on actually requested for a solution. Okay, contohnya currently we have the pandemic of COVID-19 and we are in dire needs to come up with a solution. Macam that is why people come up with test kit, vaccines, lepas tu ada medications and so on. So that will be a pull factor that requires solution. That in this situation, you should start with customer segment first. Sebab kita dah memang tahu siapa kita punya customers, kan, barulah kita pergi kepada what are the values that we would like to offer to the customers. Tapi there is another situation whereby we call it as the push factor. Okay, whereby customer tak minta. We are the ones who coming out with a certain ideas and so on, and we push that product or services to the customers. So we start with a product first. Dalam keadaan begini, we would like to start with the value proposition first. Okay, kita nak strengthen kita punya produk dulu, barulah kita fikirkan siapa customer yang sesuai untuk membeli kita punya produk. So it depends on situation. That will be my personal view, but of course this is still in argument, banyak school of thought. Tapi nak start mana-mana idea customer segment and value proposition, it doesn't matter. Okay, it depends on. Okay, so for throughout this talk, I akan guna satu example sahaja. It's one particular example in order for you to better understand. Siapa tak tutup mic tu? Emilia, sila tutup mic. Okay. Katakanlah, let's say that you would like to develop a mobile app focusing on grocery shopping. Katalah you dah fikirkan this particular idea, tapi orang kata, macam mana nak pursue Where do I start? How should I pursue this idea? Probably at your FYP pun you dah come out with this particular idea, tapi tak boleh nak pursue. Macam mana commercialize and so on. So the first segment, how this works is that I akan guna the school of thought yang paling famous lah. So we start with the customer segment first. This particular segment actually assists you to explain who will be your customers. And probably you may think kan, kenapa kita nak segmentize our customer? Kenapa kita nak divide our customer? Tak boleh ke cakap, we would like to sell our product to anybody and everybody. Semua orang boleh beli our product. Okay, in terms of marketing, there is no such thing as one product that can be sold to anybody and everybody. Tak mungkin wujud. Tak boleh dalam dunia ni. Okay? You fikirlah satu benda yang you rasa boleh jual kepada sesiapa saja dalam dunia ni. And the answer will be no. Tak mungkin. I bagi contoh. I probably ada yang disagree with my opinion. Let me explain. Katalah kita ambil one particular product that is very simple and considered as needed by everybody in this world, which is water, air. Kita semua minum air kan? So you pun kata kita nak hasilkan, nak jual air lah. Nak jual air. So, tetapi looking at the business view, you need to understand that a company would like to sell water. Itulah bottled water kan. Tapi of course, bila you cakap you nak sell to anybody and everybody in this world, walaupun you anggap semua orang dalam dunia ni minum air, tapi tak semestinya semua orang minum air, because newborn tak minum air. Newborn, baby semua minum susu saja. Tapi for your understanding, kita tolak tepi dulu the newborn. Katalah kita cakap everyone in this world minum air. Jadi kenapa kita tak boleh cakap the bottled water tu kita tak boleh jual kepada anybody and everybody in this world? So you just imagine yourself standing in front of a hypermarket, a supermarket, macam Giant, Lotus, Jaya Grocer ke whatsoever. You are standing in front of a shelf yang penuh pelbagai jenis air, bottled water. What makes you actually choose one dalam pelbagai option. So probably your answer will be price. You dalam pelbagai option air tu, you akan pilih berdasarkan harga. Mana yang paling murah, itulah you ambil. Or probably the type of it, the types of the water. Air mineral ke, air osmosis ke, or even the size of the bottle. 1.5 liter ke, or 500 ml ke, or the brand itself. Air tu brand apa? Because setiap brand yang berlainan tu dia punya source of water tu dari source yang lain. Dan kalau dari source yang lain, akan rasa dia pun lain. Walaupun it's just a drinking water. Okay. So you just imagine just a simple product of drinking water punya dah banyak dia punya, what people call it, the factors behind it in deciding which of these drinking water you actually choose. And so it is a bit too optimistic if you would like to say that you are able to come up with a product that can be sold to anybody in this world. It can't, because each individual in this world, they have different preferences. And even kalau you nak cakap a particular product, macam tadi, we are talking about price kan. So kalau air, a mineral water, yang RM1 satu botol, probably it will appeal to most of us. Tapi there is a mineral water, a small bottle, yang been sold at RM12 per bottle. Would you actually purchase that particular product? Soalannya di sana. So you need to segmentize your customer. Okay, the customer segmentations can be divided into by using few categories such as gender, geographical area, or dia punya level of income and so on. You should customize your segments. So contohnya tadi kita nak come up with a mobile app for grocery shopping. Kita namakan that particular mobile app as Beres. BUS sebenarnya. So kita sebut Beres lah. So the customer segment will be online shoppers because it is a mobile app to shop groceries, and so there will be two customer types. Satu online shoppers, satu merchant. Orang yang membeli and orang yang menjual. And tak patut you just put generalize sahaja. Kita di online shoppers pun kita should segmentize, pecahkan lagi. Who will be the shoppers? So kita target people who are very price sensitive, yang suka compare prices, and we would like to go for a little bit differentiation. Orang yang probably nak tahu tentang the nutritional facts of a certain product. Lepas tu sebabkan we are using mobile apps, kita target people from age 13 to 45 yang quite kita cakap reti guna mobile app lah, that particular age range. And of course when you talk about grocery shopping apps, of course the merchants will be the merchants that only sell groceries. Janganlah kita accept merchant yang jual handphone, jual komputer and so on. Okay, so we fill up the customer segments, we are done, and then we will proceed to the value proposition, the next segment. The value proposition will be what are the values that are being offered to your customer segments. So the value proposition can be quantitative or it can be qualitative. Quantitative is something that you are able to count physically lah, you boleh kira and so on kan, macam harga. Tapi in qualitative it's more about the experience. Macam sekarang banyak restaurants yang ada tema, macam dining in the dark. You dine, lepas tu you tak nampak apa dalam dining area. Or we have dining in the sky, dining in the plane. Okay, these are the restaurants that focus on the experience, newness as their value proposition. People do not talk so much about the foods that being eaten masa pergi kat dining in a plane and so on. Tapi they talk about their experience. So this will be the value proposition. You need to totally understand your particular product or service. What will be the value proposition? What differentiate you with your competitors? And what will be your competitive advantage compared to your competitors? The most important part is that understanding your customer pain, you address the customer pains so that you are able to offer something for the customer's gain. So far okay ke? If you have any question, you may just interrupt me or just chat dekat komen. Alright. So for the value proposition of beres, okay. So for example, we would like to come up with a grocery shopping mobile app, right? So katalah the idea behind it is to come up with an app that able to compare prices, kan? So you ada list of products and list of retailers, and the users are able to compare products. Macam you beli barang kat Shopee lah, tengok siapa jual yang paling murah and so on kan. And then because we're talking about groceries, we're talking about food and so on, something that we consume. Macam cakap tadi, we would like to have a little differentiation. Dekat customer segment tadi pun kita cakap pasal people who are health conscious and so on. So produk ni dia punya value is that ada information on the nutritional facts of the products. Jadi you boleh check ada berapa kalori and so on. And you are able to save the items. Lepas tu dan jual lah. Okay. So isilah dekat the business model canvas your value proposition. Firstly is an online base. You are the online vendor, boleh jual. Lepas tu dari mula daripada bawah tu, we are able to compare prices. We are able to compare calories. And dalam ni, of course, takkanlah for each products you nak gather info yourself and so on kan. So kita nak customers to the users. I rasa kalau you dalam bidang computer science, you will totally understand that a good system or a good mobile apps is the mobile app that able to capture the interest of the users, and the users tu in order for them to continuously use, dia mesti ada that orang panggil tu kena dynamic. Bukan dia je receive, dia kena buat sesuatu juga dynamic. That is why you see like Shopee, they are coming out with games within the Shopee itself. Dan dia macam kenapa? Apa tujuan dia? But if you, I rasa you all semua belajar lah benda ni kan. It actually plays with the psychology of the user, and it makes the user nak masuk apps tu setiap hari. Kita so pun nak the users to actually contribute, masuk dalam apps ni, jadi user ada option to input juga, contribute by giving input dari segi bagi tahu, oh dekat kawasan sini ada orang jual groceries ni lagi murah, bla 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 bla. Okay, ataupun diorang akan scan dan bagi tahu, oh this is the missing information of nutritional fact of this particular product. Ala-ala gabungan Wikipedia di dalam ini lah. Right? And of course, when talking about shopping experience, kita kena masuk lah cashback and prizes. So this will be the value proposition of BRS. The one-stop center of all the functions involved yang been mentioned previously. Next will be the channel. The way that I present this business model canvas adalah mengikut flow yang sebenar. So you kalau tengok macam kenapa dia lompat-lompat ni kan, dia tak ikut flow daripada kanan ke kiri ke. This will be the flow of you isi dan you present. We start with customer segments, followed by value proposition, and then we go to distribution channel or channel. So channel actually refers to how you're supposed to deliver your product to your customers. Simple je. Kalau you ada produk yang you jual secara fizikal, you cakap lah you ada kedai. Kan? Kalau you jual secara online saja, you cakap lah you jual online. Tapi in this particular example yang diberi adalah we are talking about mobile apps kan. So the channel of this mobile app will be, anybody? Any idea? What will be the channel of mobile app? Boleh type dekat chat. App Store, wonderful. Kalau orang cakap student FSKM ni semua pandai-pandai kan. So kita pun isi lah. So the distribution channel will be App Store, Google Play. Okay. Yang jawab App Store tadi tu mesti guna iPhone kan. Okay, we talk about yes. So we move on to customer relationship. Okay, customer relationship ni nampak macam senang tapi dia confusing sikit. We talk about customer relationship. This is where how we are supposed to think about on how we are supposed to have a relationship with our customers. And when we talk about relationship, it can be further divided into different level of relationship. Okay, the first one will be how you're supposed to get a customer. Kan, macam kita you dah promote your product and so on. And firstly, we create awareness lah kan. Bila kita dah create awareness, then how we're supposed to get the customer to actually buy your product, purchase your product. Lepas tu bila diorang dah purchase your product, how do you actually keep and maintain your customer supaya keep on buying and dia tak actually go to your competitors. Okay, and when you are able to keep, we would like them to grow with you. You grow bigger by them spending more on you. Macam mana kita nak suruh orang spend more? So you need to think about on how you're supposed to have this customer relationship. There are a lot of options. Okay, contohnya kalau you focus on getting initially lah, you a startup man, you nak get people to find out about you, you boleh buat lah advertising kat Google, or you have a good social media punya, apa panggil, social media punya, terlupa apa term dia,
Followers.
ya, macam tu lah. Kira you punya social media tu very strong, lepas tu ramai orang dapat tahu and so on lah, kan. And macam mana you nak keep the customers, keep on buying, ini adalah di loyalty program. So we have macam birthday rewards, you purchase 5 kali, the next time you purchase you akan dapat free, and so on. You keep customers happy. And how are you supposed to grow and suruh customer to spend more? Kalau we would like to talk about in terms of computer science, probably you would able to have a certain algorithm behind your system yang boleh capture the behavior, the shopping behavior of the customers. Katalah every week dia akan beli siakap every week. Tiba-tiba satu minggu tu dia tak beli. Dia pun keluar pop up, remind dia, siakap dekat Giant minggu ni harga dia berapa? 1,000 sekilo. Macam tu kan. Remind dia. Okay, so you nak orang tu spend more. Okay, so this customer relationship, katalah you would like it to be simple, you start up, you baru nak create awareness and so on, you letaklah your social media as your customer relationship. Tapi of course when nak letak you isi dalam benda ni, lagi detail lagi bagus, because this actually helps you untuk you modelkan macam mana you nak buat business kan. Kalau kita nak letak social media je, it creates awareness, tapi apa yang you nak bagi? Itu yang kata you boleh letakkan macam birthday reward, warranty and so on. That will be a good customer relationship lah. Tapi to make it simple, I letak as a social media as a customer relationship. Okay. And the next one will be revenue stream. Revenue stream ni macam mana nak dapat duit lah. You fikir macam mana nak dapat duit. You rasa macam mana nak dapat duit kalau you buat mobile app? How do the mobile app get money? Advertisement. Okay. Subscription, interesting. Bagus lah you lah. Selalu yang tanya soalan ni mesti semua orang blur. Baru nak terfikir. Subscription, yes. Okay. Tapi talk about when we are talking about doing business, kita kena think out of the box sikit lah. Macam mana nak generate more income? I bagi you contoh, a real life situation that I face lah dengan one of the students in UiTM. Okay, this particular student from engineering punya faculty lah. So what he did back then is that dia create a company yang jual drones, drone yang terbang kan. At that particular time, the drones are considered very new in the market. Bukanlah sampai sekarang. Sekarang dah famous kan. At that particular time when he started his business, is considered very new at that time. And tak ramai orang tahu. So dia adalah antara yang start early. So bila dia start early, dia menjual seperti biasa. People do not have a lot of options. Dia tak ada masalah menjual. Tapi because dia daripada mechanical engineering primary second, apa yang bagus tentang dia punya drone was that dia able to customize. Lepas tu dia boleh DIY, pasang sendiri and so on. As time goes by, he was doing quite well selling the drones and so on. So dia punya revenue stream would be selling the product sahaja. Suddenly the drone punya market went boom and a lot of demand, and companies started to import drones from China. When we talk about importing products from China ni, of course kita dah tahulah dekat China ni produk dia murah and so on kan. So dia at that particular time, he actually faced the difficulties whereby he was unable to compete with their competitors in terms of price. So at that time, his business went down to the extent yang dia kata dia tak boleh nak continue lagi lah. Sales was very, very bad. So he came back to us, met up with me, and asked for assistance on how he's supposed to change or improvise in order for him to sustain. So I pun duduk dan cakap, okay, let's talk about your business model. Jom kita isi your business model canvas together. So dia pun isi, kan? And bila sampai dekat value proposition tu, dia stuck. Sebab di value proposition, he keep on saying, saya jual drone. Drone ni dia punya kelebihan is that boleh ambil gambar dari atas, apa benda boleh buat ni. I cakap, that is not your value proposition. Itu adalah value proposition drone, semua orang pun ada. What will be your value yang lain daripada you punya competitors? So fikir, dia kata, oh dia punya kelainan dengan apa yang ada adalah, seperti mention dia lah, boleh customize, boleh DIY dan sebagainya. So kata, that will be your value proposition. So daripada that particular value proposition, you are able to differentiate yourself among your competitors. Lepas tu masalahnya adalah on your revenue stream. You tak cukup duit masuk sales dan so on kan. So apa you punya revenue stream? So dia kata dia pun menjual drone. Dia cakap something else. Cakap something else apa? Jual drone je lah. Dia kata look back at your value proposition. Apa yang you lain dan apa yang you boleh create a different revenue stream. So duduk dia fikir jam jugalah student tu. Saya pun cakap, your revenue stream adalah you boleh ajar orang untuk pasang drone tu, because you punya value proposition was that you punya drone tu boleh DIY. You punya competitor tak ada elemen DIY tu. Jadi you boleh buat kelas, training class untuk pasang drones tu semualah, kan, customize it and so on. So he actually buat balik, tukar dia punya business model of the business, isi balik BNC, and he totally revamp his business model and tukar dia punya marketing approach, dia punya business approach. And instead of promoting belilah drone ni, dia start going to corporates. Dia pun tukar customer segments dia. Instead of selling to end users, jual tu jual lah juga. Tapi dia tambah dia punya customer segments whereby dia pergi kepada corporates untuk buat training as well as open for classes pada yang berminat lah. So the first training job yang dia dapat adalah with Shell minyak tu. So he went there sebab dia dapat tahu yang Shell actually at that particular time would like to do a family day, would like to organize a family day for their staff. So dia pun kata okay, dia pun pitch lah, katakan usually bila family day among staff yang seronoknya adalah the adults lah. Lepas tu yang budak-budak kecil ni semua terpinggir dah. Or another situation whereby the adults would like to have fun tapi tak boleh nak have fun because kena jaga kids tu. And so it defeat the purpose of family day. So what he proposed is that you proceed with the adult punya activities and he will actually handle the kids. So the kids tu yang akan diajar macam mana nak pasang drones and so on. And Shell actually was quite delighted with the idea, something different. So Shell actually awarded dia that training session. So a family day of like one day, he was being paid about 15,000, 15,000. So just a one day training session. So dia ajar lah budak-budak tu semua pasang drones and so on. And towards the end of the bengkel, workshop, the kids boleh bawa balik the drones. Itulah mahal tu lah, 15,000. The kids are able to bring back the mini drones. Dia pun tunjuk lah dekat parents orang. Dia orang yang pasang benda ni. So parents, biasalah parents kan, usual, oh pandainya anak aku boleh pasang drone apa benda. They are so delighted. Genius lah anak diorang semua. And then this particular student pun ambil lah peluang tu lagi. Explain, dia ada buat training, bolehlah hantar dekat training center dia. This will be beginners punya kelas, ada intermediate lagi, ada expert and so on. So it all started from there. And because of dia tukar dia punya business model, dia punya revenue menjadi record breaking punya revenue lah. Lagi banyak daripada yang sebelum-sebelum ni dia pernah create. So that is why it's very very important. Walaupun PMC ni nampak macam just filling a piece of paper and very straightforward revenue stream, selling products and so on kan. So you need to, if you are serious about it lah, you need to think harder. Macam mana nak gain more money kan. So kat sini macam yang tadi you cakap, advertisement, subscription and so on. Katalah you kata letak advertisement, of course. A lot of mobile apps, their revenue stream will be advertisement. And when we talk about online shopping punya apps, of course, we would like to have sales commission. Kan? Setiap barang yang terjual tu, we will get sales commission from the merchant. Advertisement can be further divided into two types. Satu, advertisement daripada luar ataupun advertisement daripada dalam for the merchant itself. Macam dalam Shopee tu kan, bila you search for a certain product, keluarlah barang ads dekat tepi tu, where they will actually highlight the merchants yang jual barang yang you search. Then that can be another type of advertisement. So it depends on you how you're supposed to think on the revenue itself. Ada yang cakap subscription, mobile app ni susah sikit lah. Kalau you are supposed to pay in order to use, I'm talking about the situation in Malaysia perspective. I'm not talking about the Westerners and so on. The psychologically, the Westerners are more matured in terms of mobile app punya market. They are willing to pay to use a certain app. Tapi kat Malaysia ni, kita still tak sampai that maturity yet. Kita ni agak keberatan untuk membayar untuk menggunakan app. Seboleh-bolehnya semua nak percuma. Tapi bila dah guna percuma tu, faham je lah. Bila guna app tu keluar pop-up iklan. Sabar je lah. Tak nak iklan, kita bayar lah. Tapi tak ramai orang yang sanggup bayar. Tapi kalau you're talking about you coming up with mobile app for tuition purposes, untuk ajar kids and so on, itu banyak parents yang sanggup bayar. Education lain sikit. Okay? Tapi for entertainment, for shopping and so on ni, dah agak keberatan lah. So far, so good. Ada any question? Sebab rasa macam cakap seorang-seorang. Okay, Right. The next one we will go with the key activities. Okay. The key activities, the reason behind we would like to list our key activities in our business. Probably you would wonder lah, key activities very direct. Kenapa kita nak list and so on kan? Almost all of the businesses, their key activities tu quite similar. Okay, kalau you are selling something that you need to produce, of course you key activities tu production. You nak hasilkan makanan dalam tin, of course. Kena lah, production. Okay. And then doing sales and marketing, blah 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 and so on. Tapi the reason behind we would like to have a listing of your key activities, because we would like you to understand the capability of yourself in performing these key activities. Okay, contohnya, I divert a little bit from our example of the mobile app. Katalah you would like to come up with a technological product ataupun apa produk lah that you would like to yang kena manufacture. So you pun tulis you key activities. Manufacturing and production, sales and marketing, research and development. Research and development of course kena juga. Takkan you nak jual produk tu itu je selama-lamanya kan? Mesti kena keluar something new, keluar produk baru. So research and development. Kemudian you tanya diri you balik, adakah you as the company, lagi-lagi startup company, are you able to manufacture while doing the sales and marketing and doing the research and development? Larat ke tak larat? So this will be the beauty of when you are filling up your business model canvas. Bila you list out, you bukan list out saja, ini benda yang perlu dibuat. You should actually understand and have an alignment, sedar diri. Mampu buat ke tak mampu buat. Okay. So, dekat sini, macam biasa key activities, sales and marketing, app development and improving, information gathering. Kalau lah you rasa macam, tak larat lah nak buat benda ni, so you have the option of outsource. you outsource lah certain key activities to different company. Katalah yang you nak buat this particular app for beres. You have the particular idea. For example, I have this particular idea, but I do not have the capability untuk create this particular app. So the app development and improvement ni I buang lah daripada key activities. I will only focus on the sales and marketing, as well as information gathering ke. So the app and mobile app development and improvement ni I will pass to a third party company yang memang terror buat benda ni and so on kan. So it's actually up to you. Apa you make activities? You should know better. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The next one will be key resources. So when we talk about key resources, you need to understand on what do you need for you to be able to be successful, for you to be able to carry out your business and being successful. Apa yang you perlukan? So the types of key resources may be physical in terms of, do you need an office? Do you need machineries? Do you need equipments? For example, when I talk about creating mobile app, perlulah computers, probably servers, right? Another type of key resources will be financial. Do you have the enough financial capital for you to pursue the business? Part ni pun bahaya juga. Ramai orang yang would like to pursue their business, but they are oblivious in terms of their financial capability. That is why a lot of business, if you like me to share, ini bukan nak takutkan you all untuk membuat business. I would like you all to be prepared if you like to pursue business. The percentage of business that will fail in the first year of the business is about 80%. In Malaysia, that is the percentage of failure rate. So, yang you tengok orang baru start business tu, you tengoklah dia setahun. 80% of people will actually fail in their first year of business. Kenapa? There are two reasons. There are two main reasons. Number one will be awal-awal yang saya cakap tadi lah, failing to plan. Tak plan betul-betul, itu masalah. Number two will be the financial capital. Tak kira betul-betul, tak plan betul-betul lah juga tu. Tak ada cukup financial capital to actually sustain in the business. Dan ramai orang yang too optimistic when start the business, they will think that in the day one I open my shop, orang akan berebut-rebut masuk ini kedai dia membeli. That will not be the case. That is why if you learn business, we talk about business planning and so on, we always say that in order for you need to calculate apa operating cost you for a month. You nak bayar salary, you nak bayar apa and so on kan. How much does it cost for the operation for a month? You need to have at least 2 months of operational cost, the weight tu you save. Because we would like to assume that in the first 2 months, umpama you macam tak ada sale. Kan? So barulah you boleh bertahan. So ada company yang would like to be sure to be able to sustain, orang sampai prepare financial capital in terms of 6 months financial cost. And I always believe that semua bisnes dalam dunia ni mampu untuk berjaya, tapi kita tidak tahu bila sahaja. Is it we will be able to be successful after 1 year, after 3 years, after 5 years, or after 10 years? So the capability to be sustainable tu very, very important. So dekat key resources ni, financial capability is very, very important. Because tadi I've shared with you the percentage of people will fail within the first year, 80% kan. So yang tertinggal lagi 20% tu, 50% of the 20% that survive will actually close within 5 years. So the company that were able to sustain after 5 years adalah tinggal 10% saja. And when we talk about in terms of business, kita selalu believe that if you are able to sustain up to 5 years, maknanya your punya company will be stable. You tak perlu risau lagi lah. Tak perlu risau lagi tu tak betul sangat. You tak perlu risau sangat lah. The company you dah stable. Okay. So financial resources is very, very important. Currently, we are living in a world that we very treasure our stuff. Kan? Human resources. Because we are living in the generations that skills is very, very important. We would like to have skillful staff. Kan? And banyak company, that is why they are willing to pay a lot based on the capability of the staff. Orang dah malas nak train because training costs a lot of money, training costs a lot of time. So that is why ramai yang baru-baru sekarang jump. Dia jump to another company, dapat gaji banyak as well. So human resources is very important as well. And the next one will be the intellectual property. You punya copyright, you punya trademark, you punya patent and so on. That will be a key resources as well. So in terms of these mobile apps, angka lah saya letak je. Probably banyak lah. Human resources as well as the intellectual property of you punya apps and stuff. Right? Senang je nak isi so far kan? Then, we would like to proceed with the key points. Who will actually assist you in terms of creating a leverage in your business? Okay. Sometimes, kalau you tengok in normal type of business, for example, retail type of business, suppliers will be your key partners. Sebab tak ada supplier, tak ada lah you boleh jual barang. Sometimes your competitors can be your key partners as well. How should I say this? Once upon a time lah, zaman dulu-dulu, we believe that we should fight with our competitors hook or by crook. Our competitors is our enemy. Kita ada certain perception of that kan. Tapi in real life, or not all lah, tapi in real life, kalau siapa yang pandai berniaga, and this will be the people that I would say that street smart, business smart, they would not think their competitors as their enemy. Competitors can be your partners as well. In terms of, contohnya, katalah yang you nak jual sesuatu produk, contoh apa? Katalah you nak menghasilkan, katalah you nak jual tudung kan, contohnya. You nak jual tudung, punya kompetitor pun jual tudung juga. sama-sama menghasilkan tudung, menjahit dan sebagainya. Kemudian, you kenalah beli kain. Kalau you beli kain sikit-sikit, mahal kan? Tapi kalaulah you dengan kompetitor you sama-sama cakap, kita sama-sama perlu beli kain. Apa kata kita kumpul order bersama-sama? Kumpul kompetitor A, kompetitor B, kompetitor C, kompetitor D. 10 orang kumpul sama-sama, kita turun kontena terus. Instead of pergi dah beli kain dekat jalan tar. Kan mahal kan? Turun kontena terus jadi murah. And by that, bila dapat murah, you able to create a competitive advantage compared to your other competitors yang tadi you actually collaborated with 9 other competitors. Tapi of course when we talk about selling tudung, you ada hundreds or probably thousands of other competitors. So by collaborating with 9 competitors, you are able to have a competitive advantage towards hundreds and thousands of other competitors. So kena buka minda tu sikit. Sometimes our competitors can be our key partners. And I very much would like to put this idea and this mindset to all of you. Jangan selalu fikir your competitors tu adalah your enemy. Walaupun ada kat luar sana ramai yang berfikiran begitu, tapi you should change the mindset. I dah jumpa ramai dari orang yang dah share their situation with me that I actually do not understand why. Contohnya, I beritahu you contoh one particular usahawan, entrepreneur that I met. Dia ada 8 jenis bisnes. And one of the business that he had, he was a very hardworking entrepreneur lah. Dia punya goal is that to be able to retire at the age of 45, to be a multi-millionaire. So when I met him, he was late 30s macam tu lah. Satu hari tidur dia kata 3-4 jam untuk manage banyak sangat bisnes kan. So one of the business that he got is that dia bela ikan keli, yang pelbagai jenis ikan lah. So time tu I went to one of dia punya tempat bela ikan. Dia punya ikan keli bagus, well trained. Dia kolam, banyak-banyak besar kolam. Dia akan berdiri dekat tepi kolam tu, dia akan tepuk tangan, semua ikan tu akan datang. So dia ajar ikan tu, setiap kali nak bagi makan, dia tepuk tangan, meh sini, datang makan. So senang dia bagi makan. Tapi dia kata sebenarnya dia nak trick ikan tu juga, supaya bila dia tepuk tangan, ikan tu semua datang. Kononnya nak bagi makan, time tu dia jala ikan. Senang nak tangkap, tak boleh terkejap-kejap. Tapi the story behind that is that kawasan tu, the whole area adalah kawasan pertanian. It is actually an agricultural land. So he was not the only person yang bela ikan ni. Ada lagi usahawan yang lain yang bela ikan dekat hujung sana, dekat hujung sana. So dia adalah macam 8 orang kot, if I'm not mistaken lah dia cerita kan. So dia kata dia pergilah berjumpa dengan dia ada 7. Cakap, jom kita pergi beli makanan ikan together, kita kumpul order supaya boleh dapat lagi murah. So dia siap bawa lah receipt order dan sebagainya, dia bagi tahu harga dan sebagainya. And the other 7, tak ada seorang pun yang setuju. Semua ada perception yang dalam hati, dia ni bersusah payah datang kat kita nak suruh kumpul order, mesti dia ada apa benefit yang dia nak ambil. So walaupun Walaupun sebenarnya kalau diorang kumpul order tu, diorang boleh kurangkan kos begitu banyak dan menguntungkan yang semua peternak ikan. Tapi disebabkan dalam hati fikir, aku tak nak bagi dia ni untung lebih. So dia pun tak jadi. So dia lagi sanggup bayar mahal kos. Pelik tak? Pelik kan? Tapi itulah mentaliti orang kita berniaga ni. So I would like you all to change your mindset lah. So think about your key partners. Siapa? Janganlah fikir kompetitor ni sebagai you punya enemy dan sebagainya kan. Because by having good partners, you are able to reach further. Kita panggil dia economy of scale, pergi lagi jauh. You boleh reduce cost, you reduce risk, right? So dekat sini, while we are doing a shopping app, so our key partners may be logistic companies or even third-party applications. Katalah you punya apps tu, you would like to have a certain different functions, tapi you wouldn't want to develop it yourself. Benda tu dah ready dah. Third-party app kan. Pun ambil je, masuk je soalan. Okay. Ataupun you nak key partners macam what we having in Shopee right now. Yang ramai orang terjebak. pay later. Beli sekarang, bayar kemudian. So you may actually partner with a service provider yang bagi orang panggil term dia apa? BNPL, buy now pay later. Yang sebenarnya banyak je dekat dunia ni. Shopee Pay tu bukanlah sesuatu yang baru. Pay later tu bukan sesuatu yang baru lah. So it depends on what key partners that we would like to add. And lastly, we talk about cost structure. Cost structure, you need to understand what are the costs involved in pursuing your business. And you need to understand whether your business is cost-driven or value-driven. Okay, cost-driven businesses will be businesses that rely heavily on minimizing costs. Contohnya macam Asia, Tune Hotel, semua benda dah murah-murah kan. Diorang compete with price. So company that compete with price will be considered as cost-driven company. So your cost structure should reflect you punya business type. Okay, tapi ada company yang do not really care much about cost because they are value-driven. So value-driven will be a company that says focus on values to the customers instead of the cost. Contohnya, orang yang jual premium handbags, Louis Vuitton, kan, Gucci, benda tu semua. So, satu bag tu harga RM10,000. Ada tak you jumpa orang yang masuk dalam butik LV, contohnya, nak beli handbag RM30,000. Lepas tu tanya, tak boleh murah ke? Ada? Biasanya tak lah. Because you are talking about you are purchasing value. Orang yang datang tu takkan bargain harga, tak kisah. Dia takkan cakap macam, kenapa you punya brand jual handbag ni RM30,000, I beli kat Gucci RM28,000 je. Dia tak boleh bagi diskaun. Tak. Right. So this particular company are not cost driven, they are value driven. So they are willing to spend more untuk hasilkan produk yang bagus, dan dia pun charge a premium price kepada dia punya customers. That is why if you understand the business model of LV dan sebagainya, diorang menjual produk diorang berkali-kali ganda yang terlampau mahal, beratus-ratus kali lagi ganda lagi mahal daripada kos, to the extent that they would like to sustain their value-driven business. In Western countries, they are coming out with products based on seasons, kan? Musim. So kalau that particular season, design dia macam ni, bila dah habis season, tak dapat jual, apa yang diorang buat dengan diorang punya produk? Handbag semua. Diorang semua tahu tak? Any idea? Katalah LV season tu tak dapat jual. What will they do with their products, handbags? Bakar. Jawapannya diorang akan gunting, koyak, buang, hancurkan. Tak ada istilah clearance stock. You pernah pergi ke butik LV, tulis sale 70%? No. Sebab they are value driven. You just imagine, kalau lah LV jual handbag 10,000, towards the end of season, orang buat 70%, jadi 3,000. Ada orang nak beli ke awal-awal season? Yes. Dia takkan jual murah, sebab kalau dia jual murah, orang takkan beli masa mahal. Dia akan beli masa sale. And dia makin segmen, masa nak beli LV ni semua, dia makin segmen adalah bukan orang macam I lah, yang tak mampu beli, yang berharap nak beli masa sale. I'm not dia market segment. Dia punya market segment tu macam orang yang banyak sangat duit, yang guna pistol dia tembak keluar duit macam tu kan. Money pun nak problem. Pergi nak beli handbag 30,000, keluar je duit 30,000. That will be their market segment. Yang orang yang sanggup membayar sebabkan nak pakai brand tu, bila pakai brand tu rasa lagi tinggi, jalan tu rasa lebih lawa, and because they are being buying for the name itself. And dia bukan target kita orang yang agak-agak macam mampu tak mampu nak beli, nak tunggu sale ke tidak. Sebab kalau dia buat sale, dia punya value brand tu dah tak premium sangat dah. So the people who are willing to pay macam 30,000 tu dah tak cakap macam I'm paying 30,000 so that I am the among 1% in Malaysia yang mampu beli this particular bag. Tapi kalau you buat 70%, orang boleh beli dengan benda tu dengan harga like 9,000. Tiba-tiba orang yang ramai orang boleh beli. So adakah value yang sama? Orang yang mampu beli 30,000 dengan orang mampu beli 9,000, dua kasta yang berbeza. So why would be orang yang T20 yang kaya-raya jutawan tu lepas ni nak beli handbag tu? No reason. Dia akan move towards another brand. Sama macam orang beli Ferrari, kereta kan, harga nak beli 1 juta. Lepas tu orang buat sale 70%, 300,000. Harga macam Mercedes je. Orang yang mampu beli Mercedes beli Ferrari. Orang yang mampu beli Ferrari 1 juta, berapa dia beli Ferrari lepas tu? Baiklah lepas tu dia beli Aston Martin ke. Sebab value tu dah tak nampak. Right? So you need to understand you punya business ni, what will be the cost structure and what type of the business model that you would like to pursue. Adakah a premium level? You kena pergi tengok balik dekat you punya customer segments, because this particular business model, they link with one another. That is why dekat customer segments, dia ada satu option where tadi I mentioned that the income level. So kalau you target orang atas-atas, have T20, then your business model will be the value driven. Okay, so kat sini you tulis you punya cost structure. So the things that you need to pay, salary, digital infrastructure and so on. Of course, when we look at this, we are talking about salary, we are talking about digital infrastructure. Mana Tang yang cakap cost driven ataupun value driven? You need to understand, because remember, this will be the business model that you will actually carry out later on. Jadi kalau you punya company, you are talking about a cost driven company, later on when you hire people, human resource, their salary should reflect you punya cost driven company business model. Kalau you punya company based on value driven, bolehlah bayar salary mahal. Kalau cost driven, tak payahlah bayar salary mahal. Things like that. Okay, so you need to understand. So this will be the end result of the business model canvas. Dah siap isi, and by berjaya isi the whole business model canvas, you totally understand who will be your customer segments, what will be the value that you are able to offer to your customer segments, and create a competitive advantage compared to your competitors, and how you're supposed to sell to your customer through a distribution channel, and how you nak jaga the customer relationship with your customers kan, and macam mana you nak buat duit dekat bawah tu revenue. So the right part will be on how you're supposed to deliver, nak bagi kepada your customer. On the left side adalah more towards the behind the scene, yang orang tak nampak. What you should do, who are your key partners, apa resources yang perlu ada, dan cost involved. And bila you totally understand the whole business model, barulah you are able to barulah you able to actually explain to your customers apa sebenarnya you nak jual. And so I'm gonna show you the video actually explaining on the whole idea of Beres after completing the business model canvas. Kalau tak dengar suara, bagi tahu ya.
Have you regret buying something because there are something similar but cheaper elsewhere? Or are you a healthy person who are strict with your diet and having trouble in comparing nutritional values in products? Well, my name is Ame, and now I want to introduce you to Beres. Okay, first of all, let's choose our language. So, what is Beres exactly? Well, it's a new gen shopping assistance app where you can find and compare local retailers near you, help you choose a wide range of products at the lowest price as possible, or if you are on a diet, you can find the right product with the nutrition scanners. And after all that, you just need to save your selected items in your personal list and just be rested. For new users like you will need to create an account. Well, for now, let's just use my account. Just wait a minute, and now, boom, we are at the homepage. So, how to use it? Confused? Don't worry, I can help you. Let's just say I want to buy soy milk. So what I need to do is just click at the categories, find what I want from various choice of consumers good in listed stores, and as soon as I found it, which is a soy milk, just click. So here I'll be provided with the price, the product informations, and most importantly, the nutritional facts, which I think for people who are very selective with their diet, this will be so useful. But I wonder if the price is accurate. Or when I arrive at Lotus later, I'll find out that the price is actually higher. Let's have a click here. Okay, so here I can find a product review from Raika, showing that the price is actually legit, which is good. Also, I can find others related product in case I want to try a new brand of soy milk. or to compare the prices. Speaking of comparing prices, let's click here. So bearers also have these price tracker features. You can find, compare, and choose. So now I want to buy a packet of chocolate powder. What I need to do is just simply search for Milo in the search bar, and boom, a list of the products with different prices from different stores will come out. And here we can also compare the savings made from buying every product. Obviously, I'll choose the lowest price and add it to my shopping cart. Done. Now the total prices are shown here. Should I just check out? Wait a minute. Let's click here. Wow, look, there are so many vouchers to be claimed. This will absolutely make my shopping experience, or even yours, slightly better. In addition, I can also contribute to Barry's updated price list by using this price scanner. Magic! Well, that's it. Easy, right? Now all I need to do is just log out from my account and you can start shopping with Barras. See, the shopping experience just get a million times better with Barras. Shopping is a lifestyle. You can spend less, you can also eat healthier. And when your shopping experience get better, your lifestyle will also get better too. My name is Ami and I use Barras.
Okay, um, that's all for me. I open to question and answers session, if there's any.
Terima kasih Dr. Muhammad Fazlullah atas proses yang bermakna. Seperti tadi, diharapkan proses seperti tadi dapat membantu para peserta dalam webinar yang peserta yang mempunyai sebuah persoalan yang diinginkan diajukan kepada Dr. Muhammad Fazlullah boleh buat demikian di ruangan chat. Ada soalan daripada peserta semua? Peserta ada soalan yang ingin ditanyakan tentang DMC atau ada soalan berkenaan bisnes? Rasanya ada soalan daripada para peserta agaknya. Jadi kita hari terima kasih atas Dr. Muhammad Loh. Sebelum kita akhiri program kita pada hari ini, para peserta diminta untuk membuka kamera sebagai sesi bergambar. Kalau kita boleh buka kamera untuk kita bergambar.
Ada keperluan untuk briefing sebut orang isi mic ENT kan?
Dr. Hadi nak wawarkan ke organizer pasal mak ENT tu?
Organizer lah. Organizer lah.
Okey, semestinya nanti boleh cakap gambar, boleh SS, atau boleh print screen. Sebenarnya satu, dua, tiga. Sekali lagi. Satu, dua, tiga. Okey, selesainya sesi bergambar sebentar tadi, para peserta dinyatakan untuk mengisi Google Form penyalian aktiviti di ruangan chat sebagai tanda kehadiran anda sebelum meninggalkan program kita pada hari ini. Terima kasih diucapkan atas kerjasama yang diberikan oleh semua peserta. Jika terdapat kekurangan atau kesilapan pada program berlangsung, saya Nur Aizan Talib, pengacara anda pada hari ini, mohon maaf. bagi pihak jawatankuasa pelaksanaan program. Sekian sahaja daripada saya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. Jangan lupa isi borang Google Form feedback di chat. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih Dr. Hadi.
Sama-sama.
Okey, untuk pelajar yang masih ada di siaran Webex ni, jika ada lihat di chat box, saya ada sediakan sedikit token token of appreciation jika anda mempunyai perniagaan ataupun pernah menjalankan perniagaan. Kalau anda daftar di MyENT hari ini dan upload sijil pendaftaran di folder yang diberikan, anda bakal memenangi cabutan bertuah. Betul tak Dr. Hadi, cabutan bertuah? Hadiah?
Betul kan? Dengar cerita hadiah best.
Hadiah yang menarik. Tapi hanya untuk kampus Shah Alam sahaja. Sebab voucher yang diberikan tu hanya boleh digunakan di kampus Shah Alam jika anda nanti datang secara fizikal. So for those yang belum daftar MyENT, sila daftar hari ini dan upload. Anda mungkin memenangi cabutan bertuah. Okay, kalau tak ada apa dah. Again, thank you very much Dr. Hadi. Sudi-sudilah menjadi panel kami lagi. It was a great explanation.
Thank you Dr. Mas kerana berjemput.
Okay, Assalamualaikum semua. Thank you.
Salam. Terima kasih.